welcome. You're watching the Newstrack. I'm Rahul. Kanwal. On the show, we'll get you the inside track on the big no confidence motion debate that starts at noon tomorrow. From the information that our teams have been able to gather so far, this is likely to go on till the 10th of August. Amit Shah likely to speak on the 9th of August. Smriti Irani, Nirmala Sitharaman, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Nishikant Dubey and Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore are amongst the key speakers lined up by the government. On the side of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi likely to lead the charge on behalf of the Congress party. He's just been reinstated as Member of Parliament. What to expect? What's happened in the past when a confidence motion or a no confidence motion has been brought, and the significance of what we're likely to see over the next 3 days, which will conclude with Prime Minister Narendra Modi making his grand speech on the 10th. All that and more coming up on the Newstrack tonight.
MP Rahul returns. Stage set for Sansad showdown. Rahul to lead no confidence debate. Modi versus Rahul टक्कर.
ये राहुल गांधी की नफरत के दुकान पर जो है चाइनीज सामान है.
No trust vote storm. Big focus on Newstrack.
Tonight is also when the Delhi Services Bill is being debated in the Lok Sabha. We'll go across to Amit Shah, the Home Minister. He's likely to speak in the Rajya Sabha in a short while from now. So we're tracking all of that and more. Here's a look at the headlines we're following tonight. Rajya Sabha debates the Delhi Services Bill. Former Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi says the bill is not arbitrary. Home Minister Shah will be speaking shortly. BJP claims China linked to the Congress after New York Times report says portal NewsClick was pushing Beijing's agenda. NewsClick calls China funding allegations misleading. India Today investigation reveals the Haryana riots conspiracy. 2-minute 50-second audio clip and WhatsApp chats show the attack on the Shobha Yatra was orchestrated. Hindu side claims remnants of idols found at the Gyanvyapi complex. ASI survey to continue tomorrow. Corruption charge on the Siddaramaiah government. Karnataka governor raises graft charges against the state agriculture minister. The mantri says allegations are false. Today was MP Rahul Gandhi's parliament wapsi. 130 days after he was disqualified, Rahul was reinstated and he was back in the Lok Sabha. The Congress MP was welcomed with loud cheers and celebrations. He will now lead the opposition charge as the debate on the no confidence motion begins tomorrow. The stage is set for another Rahul versus Modi Sansad showdown.
A dramatic atmosphere. Opposition lawmakers from the Unified India Alliance stand near the entrance, donning determined smiles. A car pulls up and Rahul Gandhi steps out.
Rahul Gandhi is back.
On Monday, the Congress MP from Wayanad in Kerala returned to Parliament after 134 days. The Lok Sabha restored his membership after the Supreme Court stayed his conviction in a defamation case.
अध्यक्ष जी, ये राहुल गांधी की नफरत के दुकान पर जो है चाइनीज.
His official comeback to the floor serves as a precursor to an intense debate expected over the next few days.
एक बड़ा अच्छा न्यूज छपा है सर कि 38 करोड़ रुपया जो है न्यूज क्लिक जैसी संस्था को मिला है. With your kind permission.
The House gears up for a high-stakes political showdown.
in today's revised list of business.
मेरा हृदय पीड़ा से भरा हुआ है, क्रोध से भरा हुआ है। मणिपुर की जो घटना सामने आई है, किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए ये शर्मसार करने वाली घटना है।
The Narendra Modi government set to face a second no confidence motion, the first in its current tenure.
No substantive motion on policy matters.
The motion moved by Gaurav Gogoi of the Congress Party on July 26.
Has been disposed of. Motion of disconfidence has not been disposed of. This is a substantive policy. It is illegal.
This after the government refused to buckle under the opposition pressure for a statement by the Prime Minister on the Manipur crisis within the House. 3 days allocated for this discussion. Prime Minister Modi's reply to the motion scheduled for August 10.
I rise to support the government.
Memories of the 2018 no confidence debate resurface. In 2018, the Modi government faced its first no confidence motion after a former ally, the Telugu Desam party, alleged non-allocation of funds for Andhra Pradesh. That motion was defeated by a significant margin.
आपके अंदर मेरे लिए नफरत है, आपके अंदर मेरे लिए गुस्सा है, आपके लिए मैं पप्पू हूँ, आपके लिए मैं अलग-अलग गाली दे सकते हो, मगर मेरे अंदर आपके खिलाफ इतना सा भी गुस्सा, इतना सा भी क्रोध, इतनी सी भी नफरत नहीं है। मैं कांग्रेस हूँ और ये सब कांग्रेस।
In 2018, Rahul Gandhi's surprise hug for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, followed by a wink, created headlines and discussions. Fast forward to 2023, the Modi government has the numbers heavily stacked in its favor. In a house with a halfway mark of 272, the BJP by itself is comfortably poised at 303. With allies, the ruling party is expected to storm through this test once again. Given the numerical advantage resting with the governing alliance, will history repeat itself with just another hug and wink moment? Or will this motion be high on political symbolism, given its emergence on the heels of a coalition forged by 26 opposition parties? Bureau Report, India Today.
This is the second time that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be facing a no-confidence motion, and for the inside track on what to expect over the next 3 days, we are joined by two of our top reporters, Himanshu Mishra, who tracks this government, and Mausmi Singh, who tracks the opposition for us. I want to go across to Himanshu first. Himanshu, what's the government's strategy on dealing with all the attacks that are likely to come their way during the no-confidence motion?
देखिए राहुल, बिल्कुल बीजेपी की स्ट्रेटेजी है और निशिकांत दुबे पहले स्पीकर रहेंगे बीजेपी की तरफ से, पार्टी का पक्ष रखेंगे अविश्वास प्रस्ताव के खिलाफ, और उसमें केंद्रीय मंत्री स्मृति ईरानी का भी नाम है, ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया रहेंगे, राजवर्धन सिंह राठौर रहने वाले हैं, निर्मला सीतारमण भी रहेंगी। लगभग 20 बीजेपी के जो है वो सांसद इस पूरी डिबेट में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे। गृह मंत्री अमित शाह परसों यानी 9 तारीख को जो है वो इंटरवेन करने वाले हैं, और 4 बजे जो है वो खुद 10 तारीख को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो है अविश्वास प्रस्ताव जो उनके खिलाफ लाया गया है, उनकी सरकार के खिलाफ लाया गया है, उस पर अपना जवाब देंगे। वैसे भी ये जो अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाया गया है रूल 198 के तहत लाया गया है, और इस रूल के तहत ये नहीं कहा गया कि सरकार के पास जो है वो बहुमत नहीं है, सरकार जो है फ्लोर पे अपना बहुमत हो चुके हैं। ये कहकर लाया गया है कि प्रधानमंत्री जो है वो मणिपुर पे नहीं बोल रहे हैं। मणिपुर पे चौकी तोड़वाने के लिए ये एक बीच का रास्ता अपोजिशन पार्टीज ने निकाला था, लेकिन जो हमारे सूत्र बता रहे हैं जब गृह मंत्री अमित शाह बोलेंगे वो मणिपुर के ऊपर ही फोकस रखेंगे, और ज्यादातर उनका भाषण जो है वो मणिपुर रिलेटेड रहेगा, यानी कि मणिपुर में जो घटनाक्रम हुआ है और उसका क्या इतिहास रहा है, और कब कब मणिपुर में कितने कब कब इस तरीके के क्लैशेस हुए वहां पे, इन सबको लेकर गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जो है बिंदुवार जो है अपनी बात को रखेंगे। लेकिन इतना जरूर है कि 2024 के चुनाव से पहले प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ जो है यह अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाया गया है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने 7 फरवरी 2000 19 में ये कहा था कि आप दोबारा 23 में जब अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने के लिए तैयारियां करी मेरे सरकार के खिलाफ, तो कहीं ना कहीं उस बयान को भी जो है प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जो है
he had predicted this in some senses about 4 years ago. Mosmi Singh, what's the lineup for the opposition? Rahul Gandhi reinstated as member of parliament, I'm told, will be leading the charge for the Congress.
So Himanshu listed out all the political luminaries, Rahul, from the government side, and I can tell you that the India members would be pitching the best speakers. From the Congress's side, you're right, Rahul Gandhi could well lead the charge. It could be probably, Gaurav Gogoi, Rahul could tell him to start the entire attack because he was the one who moved that motion, but that's not a necessary condition. Perhaps it could be Rahul Gandhi who could start the entire debate from the opposition side, but I know that Manish Tiwari, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Kakoli from the TMC, Sogato Ray, Supriya Sule, Kanimoi, who had gone in the delegation to Manipur. They are all the list of speakers from India parties. Clearly, the line of attack will be targeted and pinpointed on the Prime Minister, as Himanshu listed out. There were several adjournments throughout this monsoon session we've seen, and then the opposition actually resorted to getting the no confidence motion. So it is more about a perception battle, but it's a deja vu of sorts also, because, remember during the President's Thanksgiving motion, before Rahul Gandhi lost his membership, he had launched a frontal attack on the Prime Minister, waving that photograph of the Prime Minister with Adani. So clearly, Rahul Gandhi, as he makes a comeback, this will be his first speech, and that's one reason that the leader also met a delegation of Congress leaders from Manipur today to take an update of what's happening in Manipur, to put the government and especially the Prime Minister on the mat. We are told this entire discussion will be about 12 hours, so over 2 days the discussions will take place, starting 12 tomorrow, and then after 2 days it will be the Prime Minister who will do the answering. Okay, thanks Maushmi, thanks Himanshu. If you go back in history, Indira Gandhi between 64 and 75, 81 and 82, faced 15 no confidence motions. Lal Bahadur Shastri 3, Narasimha Rao 3, Morarji Desai 2. This will be Modi's second no confidence motion. Jawaharlal Nehru in 1963 had one. Rajiv Gandhi had one in 1987, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee faced one no confidence motion in 2003. Joining us for perspective on what to expect, on what will be the biggest fight in Parliament, Jyotimani from the Congress, Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha, Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Sandeep Shastri, wrote an interesting piece for India Today on the importance of these no confidence motions. Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs Editor, all with us on the show. I want to go across to Sandeep Shastri first, because memory is short. People tend to forget what's happened in the past. So going back in an historical arc, give our audiences tonight a sense of why these no confidence motions are so important, even though the end result is a foregone conclusion. Prime Minister Modi and the BJP will win at the end of this long debate with a thumping majority.
You are right, Rahul. Till today, all the no confidence motions introduced in the Lok Sabha have been defeated. Only on one occasion, when Morarji Desai was Prime Minister, he resigned before the vote on the no confidence motion happened. So it was of no consequence. Otherwise, all our no confidence motions have been defeated. In a parliamentary system, I think the no confidence motion debate provides an opportunity to both the ruling and the opposition to make their points, marshal their arguments, challenge the government, defend the government, all that you notice in the no confidence motion debates. And I will not be surprised if that is going to be the clear focus in the next 3 days. The opposition alliance strategy will be clearly known in the speeches they make. The way the government defends itself will indicate on what basis they will go into the 2024 elections. Will it be to defend their record, or will it be to challenge the opposition? So as I wrote in the piece for India Today, I think rather than the result, for me the process of the no confidence motion is more important, because during the debate there will be a lot that will be indicated, and I would watch closely the points made on both sides, because as you rightly said, the end of the debate vote, we know what would happen. So it's more important the contours of the debate, the points made by both sides, I think is what would be critical.
Jyotimani, the Congress has pushed this no confidence motion in the hope of getting the Prime Minister to speak. The fear from the risk from the opposition's perspective is that not just will the Prime Minister speak last, he'll obviously give an account of what his government has done. They'll also win, allowing the government to go to the voters and say, they tried to bring us down with this no confidence motion, or they tried to challenge us with the no confidence motion, and we won big.
See, like Sastriji rightly pointed out, ruling party obviously has the number. This is not about the number. This is the first time in the parliamentary history of India an opposition moving a no confidence motion to bring the Prime Minister to the House. It's unheard of anywhere and probably anywhere in the world. The Prime Minister of this country hiding from the Parliament, he's afraid to come to Parliament and talk about Manipur. The situation is really unfortunate. That is why a responsible opposition, we want to bring the Prime Minister into the Parliament at any cost. That is how the no confidence motion has been moved. So what the government achievement is 9 years, the people know about it. We see the price rise. We say the 40 years of unemployment. They wanted to hide all their failures. That is why this violence, they don't want to control the violence. Even BJP MLAs from Manipur accusing the BJP Chief Minister and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not act swiftly and act firmly to bring the situation into control. They do not have any interest to bring peace.
Sayyid Zafar Islam, respond to this. Jyotimani is saying this today. Throughout the next 3 days in Parliament, opposition leaders will say that this is not about bringing the government down, this is about bringing the Prime Minister to Parliament. They will allege, as Jyotimani just did, that the Prime Minister was in hiding or running away from speaking on Manipur. How does the government intend to counter that? Zafar Islam.
Well, Rahul, repeatedly we requested the opposition that to become responsible and come for the discussion. Let's have a constructive discussion on any subject they would want to discuss, including Manipur. The Honorable Home Minister on the floor of the Parliament made an announcement and requested the opposition parties to let's have a discussion. They didn't want to have discussion. They just wanted to disrupt the Parliament. It is very evident from the fact that every time we discuss in the BAC, Business Advisory Committee, and next day they changed their mind and they disrupted the Parliament. So their intent was known to people. Their intent was not noble. Their intent was to only disrupt the Parliament. Having said that, now they have made a self-goal because they have gone for this no confidence motion. A lot of things will be debated, discussed on the floor of the Parliament, and our intention now is not to defend. There's nothing to defend because the people of this great country knows that the government of the day is doing everything for the people of this country. So it is not to defend, it is the opportunity to expose the opposition, how shallow they are, and we will expose them. Automatically, the government will be defended, but our intention is to expose them, and whatever they want to make a statement on the floor of the Parliament, but eventually they will be ripped apart because they are absolutely wrong in terms of what they are pursuing, because people of India have seen their intention to only have...
Rajdeep, you've seen many a no-confidence motion. How does this compare with no-confidence motions in the past? What would you be looking out for the most?
You know, the difference between many of the no-confidence motions of the 1990s and this is quite simply the fact that from 89 to 2014, which was the coalition era. In the coalition era, Rahul, every time there was a no-confidence motion, there was the question mark, will the government survive? Because the numbers were an issue. Whether it was Narasimha Rao's minority government or the coalition government subsequently. Here, that's not an issue. This is simply to lay the platform for 2024. The opposition has been very keen for the longest time to at least create some platform in Parliament where they can, in a way, put the government on the mat. That's their aim. The government, for its part, is also very clear that they will use this no confidence motion now to pitch the 2024 battle as Modi versus all. With the confidence that at least when the Prime Minister speaks at the end, he can control the narrative going into the 2024 election. So this is a no confidence motion, not about what.
How will we know who actually won, who carried the day? What would be the benchmarks to determine that?
I think.
Because in the end, the government will win in terms of sheer numbers.
This is not that's why I said the distinction between the coalition government era, no confidence motion, and this is that this is not about the number, this is about perception. This is about creating the perception. The opposition will try to create the perception that the Prime Minister has been running away from key issues, from Manipur.
No, and the government will create the perception that the BJP's won, that it's all a big victory.